What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse, the 2024 version, because we are here for episode 17, the first one of the year for Frieren.
My boy signed, man. I understand, though. I understand. But I'm like, damn. He was doing good. He was fitting in really well. He was only with us for, like, what, 3 episodes?
Only 3. Felt like longer.
Just about. So, I think one day we will eventually, because he has to go more east, right? Like, more northeast, and we're going, like, northwest or something like that. So, hopefully, correct. If we keep going up north, or I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that we get to see him again. Yeah. That's all I got.
Fair enough. We also got a little bit of a look in at an old friend of Frieren's, which you don't hear that phrase too often, if ever, of Old Man Vold in the village. So he actually saw off the heroes party the first time, 80, 90 years ago, when they were traveling up north to Ende to defeat the Demon Lord. And he was defending this village for hundreds of years, just based off of the memory of his wife and what she wanted him to do after she passed away. He was a widow for hundreds of years. That tore at my heartstrings, especially at the end when you could tell he was starting to lose his memory a little bit. Thank goodness I've not had to experience that yet with my own parents, but I know that my grandparents on my mom's side, they did have to deal with my grandfather who had dementia. And those last couple years were really rough. So I didn't say that last episode. It just kind of hit on a personal note, but I've gotten a little bit over it now to where I feel comfortable enough speaking about it. Without any further delay, let's get into episode 17, season 1 of Frieren, right about now. Gojo!
He left because he's doing some other roles somewhere else, voice acting. Yeah. He said, I can pick up this role. Right. If somebody's seen those subtitles right there out of context, they're like, what is he talking about? Chasing gorilla. What gorilla?
What's wrong with you?
You sick?
Warm it up with your boyfriend.
Well, that'll warm it up a little bit. But make him cold.
It's a vicious cycle.
Right. That's the cycle of hatred right there. Transferring heat. Why he look like that?
He looks unlike any other character in this series. Wow! How about magic that coats you in like a warm embrace or like a spacesuit or something? Come on, guys. Get with the times.
They cold. Kids cold.
I mean, you're gonna have to do that while he's gone. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Frieren.
Okay, police interrogator.
See, the cycle of hatred, cycle of kindness, cycle of everything. It's just a cycle, man.
Cycle of coldness.
Why are they doing this? They just make us want Sign to stay more, and we know he's about to leave, bro. This is pissing me off.
It's funny, both from a viewer's perspective and internally. Like, they're not going to know what to do with themselves after he leaves. Oh, that could actually be terrifying. Exactly! Just kiss!
That means shit. You are.
To her.
Yeah, everybody is to her. She gives out head pats to anybody, even old folks.
I was really curious where we were going with that statement for the first half of it.
Oh, I didn't even know you'd think it like You know something? After hearing some clips from the English dub, I never really noticed how deep her voice is in Japanese. Because people mention like, oh, well, the reason why in English how her voice sounds deep in the English dub is because, I mean, here she kind of is. It's not as deep, but
that's interesting. She has a deeper tone, but she delivers it as kind of like a whisper.
Lighter, yeah. Yeah, MC. Yeah, showing MC.
You got the slick back Rick hairstyle. Come on. Who do you think was the MVP in that Demon Lord fight? Do you think it was Himmler? Do you think it was Frieren? Maybe Aizen? Hater?
I mean, I would say Himmel just because he's the hero and he's like the frontliner or whatever. But the way that they speak really about cool Frieren,
Hater.
Huh? Maybe
because like we know healing magic, it is so important to an adventurer's journey, especially in that final battle.
Yeah, think about it in video games when you're playing certain games like multiplayer and somebody picks being a healer, they be helping, they clutch as hell. Especially if you want to be a tank or something, or not tank, but like any kind of assault or whatever. Because on paper it would be Himmel, but I don't know. You could make cases for Hater or Frieren. Maybe even Aizen. I feel like Aizen was probably the more.
He might have been like literally the shield.
Yeah, I kind of see that he was probably the one that was kept on going and attacking because he's kind of he's a little supernatural. I mean, they all are, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know.
Well, maybe Himmel was looking for the crit hit.
Exactly. Imagine we do get a prequel and then when we see stuff with Himmel, it'd be like such and such years before his death. I'm like, stop.
No! Why would you say that? Oh, that was adorable.
You see the detail in his hands. His fingers were like red. A little red in it. Showing how cold. That's cool.
Malaria. West Nile virus.
Pneumonia.
Shingles. God damn, why are you animating those udders so well?
She's being a mom. Aww.
I mean, Fern's a little pouty brat. Like, I'm holding your hand. You're gonna like it!
I think this title, the episode might gotta be like Best Mom or something like that. Best Mom Frieren.
Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, but you also can't blame Frieren for this perspective. This is just how she's experiencing the world.
Yeah, for sure.
We'd better hurry, they say as they walk away slowly.
Tortoise. I like turtles and tortoises, man. One of my favorite animals.
Wow.
Wow, that's fire. That is cool to see. That's really cool to see. Cherry blossoms already are beautiful with the pink, but see it with the white and bluish type shade to it is dope.
And the fact that it blooms in winter. Like, they almost always lose all their petals come fall. Yeah, I feel like maybe her hand was held when she was younger by someone, I guess.
I took it as more so like her not necessarily admitting, but like thinking about what Cyan was saying, like, you know, when he was telling Stark, like, you know, don't let Frieren mediate, don't let her have to do that. And I guess her seeing how he handles the situation, he's like, okay, oh, you're right, yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
I'm not a child, I'm 600 years older than you.
I really need a Himmel, some kind of Himmel thing where I'm just hearing his inner monologue. I need that. I really do.
We have not gotten a single perspective from him yet. Like an internal monologue, like you were saying.
Right. Like, he seems, not to say he's flawless. Obviously, he has his flaws. Like, as with the whole demon thing that happened with the little girl and stuff in that village. But, like, I just want to see how he thinks and the struggles that he has when he gets to certain conclusions. Because you could tell he struggles, but he ends up coming up with something immaculate for Frieren. Episode about to end. I know it.
These things are huge. As Einar's mom says, that man knows his way around a teat.
Yeah. Animated year candidates, you know what I'm saying? Real recognize real when it comes to these series.
Smart of him, too, to leave behind kind of like a guidebook of his notes. Albesto.
Here we go. Oh boy. And now we're back to the episode.
And now we're back.
So, whatever. I will see. But yeah, that was good. Like, Frieren, she very motherly vibes in this episode, and obviously it was mostly because of her remembering Himmel doing that with her, holding her hand when she was sick, and she's doing the same thing for Fern, and she will be doing the same thing for Stark too. She said, "Hey, you get sick, do the same thing." So, like, just seeing how Frieren, it's dope to see some, like, a character, because usually characters like her that lives for a long time, they know just about everything, and this series is a complete opposite, because it's like you have somebody like Himmel who knew just as much at around, like, say about 20 something years old, all the wisdom that he had, and Frieren is really old, 1,000 years old, and she can still learn new stuff. Usually it's always going to be the opposite. The oldest person knows the most because, I mean, obviously normally experiences, and the younger individual or the younger one within any kind of dynamic in the story or in real life obviously would supposed to know a lot less, and they are taught by the person who has wisdom. So to see that she can keep learning as well and grow as well, I think that's just dope. And it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem unrealistic, because knowing her circumstances as an elf that lives for a long time, and her not necessarily understanding how humans live, even though she's, been with humans, but now she's starting to learn, it makes sense. It's not like it doesn't make sense. Same thing with the devil situation. It makes sense why they're the way that they are. It's their nature. So,
I mean, she took a lot of that time, almost her entirety of her life, for granted, because she never had to appreciate being in the moment. And you kind of tied that back to Himmel having the wisdom that he did, as we're seeing the entire journey that he met Frieren. What type of experiences did he have leading up before he met her to make him that type of way? Because it's not like he had a rapid growth or change of character after he met Frieren. He might have developed, obviously, those romantic feelings and changed ever so slightly.
He's been him.
He's been Himmel since he's been Himmel.
Yeah.
Truly.
Literally, when he met her, he just said, "Oh, I just had a feeling that you're that girl. I just had a feeling." Like, he's always crazy. Has. I wonder. Yeah, I do wonder if he just kind of like what experiences did he have growing up, or was he just, I don't know, his intuition was just crazy, and he just always had that charisma. But damn, man, it's a lot. These characters in this series, man, I'm really invested to see how Fern and Stark continue to grow. But, like, man, Frieren, the Hater, Aizen, Himmel, like, Sign, they are really dope. They've all given something that I can keep on remembering and keep on referring back to in all these discussions. So I appreciate that writing from them.
And the best part about this is that Frieren is very uniquely suited as this type of character. I've only seen this type of character in a couple other instances. One being Ymir from Attack on Titan in more of an observatory role, and two more so like Omni-Man from Invincible. And we could see the vast differences between all three of these characters who are long-lived and see the shortness of human life. And Frieren, it's almost like she's done a 180, and that's crazy. In like a span of 10 years, her entire mindset about living life was changed. All from one guy in his 20s. Like, shout out to him, oh man, because he truly impacted a life. There's this common phrase that, like, living a good life is impacting 2 lives. And he vastly impacted more than one life because of how he impacted Frieren, and then the cascade of effect of how she affects everyone else. It's just masterful.
Like, Himmel is literally an S tier character that's done things completely different from the people who I would consider S tier characters. Mm-hmm. Like, he's literally somebody from the past. He's not in the current, day, in the present day that we're seeing him, other than in episode 1. And I don't know, and for him to be like young and being that wise, like, that's something you don't see. You don't see that often a lot in anime. So, damn, that's dope. Man, it was a great episode, and I know we're gonna get into that magic exam stuff pretty soon.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that as well. I don't really have nothing else to say, man. This was a dope episode.
I just love the perspective that we were reminded of in this one via Himmel holding Frieren's hand because his mother held his hand. Now she's holding Fern's hand, and now Frieren says that she's going to hold Stark's hand. It's a perfect circle of holding hands, and just shout out to this mangaka, man. He is doing something different, or she's doing something different. I'm sorry, I don't
entirely different, right? I think this has a woman's touch to it because
it kind of feels like that, yeah.
It's something because, like, men, like, when I've seen from women writers, they do something that nurturing feeling.
Sure,
that's just how it is, and I love it a lot. So, but we'll find that out because I never searched that up either. But damn, it's a damn good series. Whoever's writing, it don't even matter really. But
sure,
kudos to you because this is, and I'm glad that so many people are actually, even like casual people I've been seeing, are actually enjoying Frieren. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's different from other shonen, and just like when you told me before we even watched it, how it's like a breath of fresh air. So that's exactly what it is, and it's an anime of the year candidate, and it might end up winning. For a lot of people, shit, even us included, it might end up winning. We'll see. So pull up to the award show within a month plus time, somewhere in the beginning of the year. So
somewhere.
Stay tuned. Yeah, but you guys know the drill, man. Stay tuned. We got more content coming out in general, and I hope you guys all have a good one. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video, and peace.